Welcome to Voices from the Bench, a dental laboratory podcast. Send us an email at info@voicesfromthebench.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Greetings and welcome to episode 284 of Voices from the Bench. My name is Elvis.
My name is Third Motherfucking Place.
I hear you. Congratulations.
I hope you beat that out. My name's Barbara, y'all. For those of you that don't know me. Sorry.
Yes, but well-deserved enthusiasm for your third place win at the Race for the Future, the Chicago Triathlon. You killed it.
I had a really good race, and I told you I kept my mouth shut until, right now. I'm actually just going to say it out loud that I actually came in third, and I'm, really proud of myself, so thank you.
Brag away.
It was so much fun. You guys were so cute.
All the relay that we did, you started behind us, but yet you passed us all.
You were funny. Barb. That was fun.
Yes.
What a great event, though, honestly. Just such good people. Everybody was there. I mean, Mark and Bobby. I'm so glad Bobby didn't swim because that was scary, that water. Oh, I was scared.
Yeah, they canceled the swim due to some conditions, waves, undertows. I don't know. I didn't care. Yeah. I'm a runner.
Talk about, hurricane waves. I landed and I saw the Lake Michigan on Saturday, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to die. Woke up at 1 a.m. panicking. I was, still going to do it, but I was scared shitless, honestly. So I think that was a good call by the city of Chicago.
Yeah, and I woke up 5:30 or whatever and scrolling on Facebook, and there it was, swim canceled.
Hallelujah.
I think everybody gave a big sigh of relief in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, so they turned it into a run, bike, run. So the swimmers got to run their half a mile, which for you and I is not a lot, but for people that don't run, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And then they had to tag their other racer. It was cool, though. It was really fun. Same deal. Wait in line, talk to everybody.
Yeah.
You ran instead of swam, but you got out of it alive. So we're all good.
Yeah, and here you are on a new episode because you survived. Yay!
All right, moving on.
And then you went home to a hurricane.
Yeah, I know. It's been a good week. But we had Wednesday off. Here in Tampa, I'm going to knock on some wood. Hold on. Here in Tampa Bay, I've been living here my whole life, and we watched the hurricanes. I watched them with my dad when I was a super young kid, and everybody panics, and there's no gas, and there's no water, and there's no toilet paper, because I guess we feel like, we're going to get ourselves out of toilet paper. No bread, no nada. And I swear to God, Elvis, I don't mean this disrespectfully for the people that did get a lot of rain, but I didn't even get wind or rain, barely.
That's insane.
And it was literally off our coast. People that don't know it and are looking at our state think we're getting hammered. And where I live, personally, we were saved by the good Lord up above. So
do you think the lab had to close? Do you think it could have survived not closing? I mean,
no, because you really want everybody to be safe, and you just don't know. And I think the storm surge and the people that live by the water, you couldn't get out, and you don't really want to.
Sure.
So yeah, I think it was a good call. Really good call. I enjoyed my rolling out of bed at 9. I liked it.
It's the equivalent of a snow day for a kid up here.
Yes, and that's exactly what it was. That's funny. But yeah, that was what it was. Thank you for asking, and God bless our state, because I know a lot of people got hammered, but fortunately for myself and my direct community, we're good.
And then you go back to work the day after with 2 days worth of work to do.
Pretty much. Yeah,
because it doesn't slow down, I'm sure.
Yeah, and you're behind a little bit, but and one of those days is the end of the month, of course, right? So it couldn't have, and a full moon, which rises the tides even higher. So
going into a holiday weekend.
Yeah, but hey, I'm alive. I'm good. I'm awake. I'm alert. I'm alive.
Ready for the next triathlon.
I do want to give you a shout out for your 7:13 per mile time. You're a freaking animal.
Yeah, that's pretty good for me.
That's fast as hell for anybody.
I don't run fast that often, and
that's fast.
I'm usually a distance runner, and I was like, I'm going to see what I can do.
That was really incredible.
Yeah, I was a little surprised myself.
Well, you should be. I pulled up your time. I was like, damn, look at him go. He's fire. So yeah, I don't want to just talk about me. We need to talk about you. That's badass. I've been running my whole life, and that's fast. So kudos.
And I got sunburned.
Oh well, come on, really? You got sunburn? That's awesome. Well, you do live where do you live?
Indiana.
I'm funny. All right, let's go.
So this week, we're going to start our epic 2 weeks of conversations we got at the Ladies of the Mill Summit.
Oh, yes.
So back in July, Barb and I attended this female-empowered meeting that they held in Chattanooga.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend was shaboinkle and was filled with great stories, good friendships, and just really a great time.
Yeah, and the thingamajigger.
So we're going to start this episode with the recording of the first time Barb and I actually got to record on stage.
It was awesomeness.
It was awesome. It turned out fantastic. I was super incredibly nervous. Now, there's a bit of a backstory with Barb and I on the on-stage recording. You see, we were scheduled, what was it, about 1 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yes.
But even before lunch, the whole show was running behind because so many speakers just had such great stories to tell. They just ran long. I'm looking at you, Tay.
Yeah, loved her.
And Jill actually mentioned that she just wasn't going to go on at the end of the day because they were behind on time. And Barb and I were like, that's not right.
Yeah.
This is Jill's show.
Yeah.
So you came up with this great idea of let's just record while everybody was eating lunch.
I actually had a thought.
And it worked. They were coming back into the room anyways to eat. Why not do our part during that time? So we got up there. Everybody was eating. We kept it just shy of under 30 minutes and really allowed the show to just finish on time and allowed everybody to get up and speak. It was
win-win for everyone.
So we start the whole thing, and this is going to be the first time that we're playing the complete song that makes up our intro music.
Oh, nice.
No one's ever heard this before.
Everybody was coming in to sit down.
Yep. We were waiting for them to come in, so we play the whole music. I left this in so our listeners can hear it. And then we went right into talking to Jessica Scott, who's from Studio 32 in Iowa.
Love her.
And Mandy Arena.
Love her too.
From Summit Horizon Dental Lab in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And they talk about getting into the industry, what they're doing now, and why they came to the Ladies of the Mill Summit. Basically, we talk to them like we do every other episode.
Pretty much, yes.
And then we chat with probably the most amazing behind-the-scenes miracle worker in our industry.
My fearless leader,
Rachel Luoma. So we're constantly talking about the NADL, the NBC, and the foundation on this podcast.
Yes, we are.
Rachel's pretty much the one that makes it all happen.
Sorry, Bennett.
She explains it better than anyone else. She also talks about the new digital workflow for the CDT specialty, keeping the questions up to date, and something called a sucker dust?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. So we wrap up this whole episode with something new that they did at the Ladies of the Mill. So no vendors at this meeting had tables, except for us. We had a table.
We're special.
We're special. So instead of them putting everybody in a room and hoping the attendees walk around, the vendors actually set up in the main room, and they did what they called speed dating for everybody. And it's a really smart idea, actually. So every 6 minutes, you move to the next table and see a new vendor, and you can ask them questions, and they can show you product. So what we did is we turned it into speed recording.
Oh, yeah.
So we talked to everyone for like 5 or 6 minutes.
It was fantastic.
It really was. So to start off speed recording, we talked to Jill Swafford and Christina Heslip, who honestly can only be described as spadoinkle. Angelika Rosenberry, Joetta Dixon, and Amy Jors and Becca Williams. It is jam-packed and a ton of fun. It's a lot of people on this episode.
Yeah.
So join us live from the Ladies of the Mill Summit.
Did you know that not all zirconia is the same?
Zircad Prime Zirconia from Ivoclar is uniquely produced with gradient technology, which allows two powders that normally sinter at different intervals to be combined into one material which sinters uniformly.
The manufacturing process not only optimizes the translucent properties, but it also creates a seamless progression of shade while maintaining optimal strength.
Zircad Prime is now more affordable than ever and will give you the results your dentist will notice. I've seen it, it's true. Contact your local Ivoclar sales representative today to find out more about Prime and how Ivoclar can support your success.
Tell them you heard it on the podcast and get a free Prime disc to try. Just use promo code 723.
And as always, we appreciate your support of the podcast, Ivoclar. Whether you're looking to elevate your craftsmanship or looking to cut back on cost, look no further.
VITA MFT teeth are the ultimate solution for creating lifelike and stunning smiles.
Crafted with precision and backed by cutting-edge technology, VITA MFT teeth offer unparalleled aesthetics and durability.
And since VITA believes in the power of experiencing excellence firsthand, for a limited time only, they are offering you the chance to get a complimentary case sample.
That's right, a full case absolutely free. Just visit vitanorthamerica.com/free MFT.
Don't wait any longer to start providing your customers a premium tooth at an economy price. Redeem your free case sample, and if you're ready to buy, VITA will even give you an extra 10% off discount by shopping online on their newly launched online store.
Join the VITA family today, and we appreciate your support of the podcast. Voices from the Bench. The interview.
Everybody, and welcome to the first ever on-stage recording in front of an audience for Voices from the Bench. My name is Elvis.
And my name is Barbara. Hi, everybody. We're really super stoked to be here. Trying to save a little bit of time, so we decided to do our episode during lunch so that everybody can just kind of chill and vibe us out.
Feel free to continue eating. I was going to also bring a plate, but it was advised that I didn't for reasons.
He's always funnier live, just saying.
How many have heard the podcast before?
Yay, thank you.
Has anyone not heard this podcast? All right.
I haven't heard it.
All right. That might be a true story. So as you know, we kind of just kind of wing it, honestly. We used to start this podcast with a lot of pre-written questions. We'd even have conversations with guests before we even got started. And then after a while, we realized that all that prep time took us away from the real reason why we were doing it, was to get to the depth of the story and just learn as the listener learns. So a lot of the guests, if I don't already know them, I do a quick Facebook stalk about 5 minutes before we get started, and that's as much as I know, so I can learn with the audience, and we really don't know what we're doing.
And then 10 minutes before, I text him, and I'm like, all right, Elvis, who are we talking to? And he'll send me the Instagram and the text messages and everything. I'm like, all right, we got this.
But that's what keeps us to be organic and just
Yeah.
kind of keep it fluid, and there's no agenda behind it. But we also know that Barb has a mouth.
No, I don't have a mouth.
And we bleep her out a lot on the podcast. And,
You know, I always say there's nothing like a good F-bomb.
and I've had to ask her for today's recording, and because we're in front of an audience, that she kind of tone it down a little bit. But I actually bought you a gift, Barb.
Oh, Lord.
That
Is it a bleep?
Yes, I want you to have that on the handy, because it is a large button.
Thank you. Everybody hear that?
If you feel that urge, and you know it's coming, we know what Barb has to say.
All
So
right,
let's
so
get
let's go.
rolling.
Yeah, let's do this.
So when we decided to do this on stage live, we really didn't know who we were going to interview. And honestly, I didn't really want a lot of input into it. I just wanted two people that are willing to do it. Because it's probably you're as nervous as I am, if not more. So let's meet everybody. Here's my only note. Mandy Arena
Mandy.
Hi.
and Jessica Scott.
Jessica.
Hello.
Welcome.
I was extremely happy that we had two people's names I could pronounce.
So was I.
Yeah,
actually.
that's good. So let's do what we do on every episode. Let's find out how you got into the industry. Mandy, you've actually been on the podcast before. If anyone's ever listened, Lab Day Chicago, you came on for a bit. But Jessica, let's talk to you for a second. How did you get into the industry?
All right, I will start. Okay. I grew up in a small town in Wisconsin. My mom was a office manager at a dental office. So I like to be busy, as we all like to be busy. So I started there as a summer job, as a part-time job, working in the dental office, and I sterilized equipment, turned over rooms, did that kind of thing. And then there was a denture technician. His name is Dave Deason. He owned a removable lab in town, and he's like, you should just come check it out, see if you like it. And that's what I did. I went, and he kind of brought me in, and he showed me what it was all about, and instantly, that's what I knew I wanted to do.
Why did he pick you? What brought that
I
on?
think because the office that I worked for used him as their removable lab, and I just had some interest.
So was he in there a lot helping and doing chairside?
Nope, just delivering cases, bringing them back and forth, and I think I just mentioned to him that I was interested in it. And
So when you say instantly, like what part of it drew you in? Was it just like the
I think
setting
it was
teeth?
the artsy part of it, the teeth part of it. I mean, I started working in a dental office then when I was like 14, so I've never had any other job than dental my whole
So
life.
you were already familiar with
Yes,
a lot of it.
Exactly.
But you just like getting your hands in it?
Yep, the art part of it, and yeah, just being able to create something, do something from that. Yeah, so I started there. I worked there all through high school, and then when I graduated high school, I was looking for a lab program to go to. Being in the central part of Wisconsin, there was nothing around. Everything was closing. All the lab programs were closing all around the time that I was looking, besides Kirkwood. It's a community college in Cedar Rapids. So I moved to Iowa. Didn't know anybody, didn't have any family, nothing. Just picked up and left. All my family's still in Wisconsin.
That deserves a why.
I don't know. I think I just had the passion to do it.
Who
And
says this to Iowa?
I know, right? It was the next closest to home from where I was.
How did you know you wanted to go to school and not just learn over the shoulder? Like what was your...
I feel like I could have probably, I mean, obviously so many people do. I don't know. I've just to get the background and just to get the most out of it. And I feel like that's just how I've always been the whole time in my career.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went to Kirkwood, and Cedar Rapids is, you know, a much bigger town than where I was from. So I didn't have any desire to go back to a small town. So I stayed there while I was in my pretty much first year going to dental lab school. There's a lab owner there. His name is Mike Giesman. He took me under his wing and taught me everything I know. Him and his wife own the laboratory, so there was 4 of us when I first started there with him. And pretty much I went to lab school all day, went to work in the evenings and at night, worked there, got a lot of experience.
Because there's nothing else to do in Iowa.
Exactly.
I was going to say, you learned pretty quickly that it's a 24-hour job, right?
Oh, so yeah, instantly.
You live at the bench.
Yep, you're there all the time. And when you have the desire and the passion for it and you love what you don't realize that you're spending that much time doing it until it's too much and you're like, ooh, it's too much time.
Burn out.
Yeah. So I did that and I continued working there with him, working there at the same place. We've grown and grown and grown. After I was there for about 5 years, so in about 2006 or so, he brought me on as a partner there and really just kind of brought me into everything. Just knew that someday he was going to have an exit strategy as far as leaving the business, and
you were it.
I was it. Exactly.
Awesome.
This is my way out.
Exactly.
She's good. I'm keeping her.
It was, yeah. And he really, he put a lot of time into me, a lot of effort into me. I spent a lot of time just on my own teaching, in my own time. I did a lot of continuing ed. Probably the best continuing ed thing that I did was I went to New York with Peter Peasy.
Shout out to Peter.
In 2010 I did the Master Ceramic Symposium there, so it was for a year that we went and traveled back and forth. And
did you get a little green jacket after the master? No?
I hate golf.
I don't know what that means.
So yeah, I did that, and just all through my career, it's just finding those people that you can tell and you can see that have as much passion for it as you do.
Like everybody in this room?
Exactly. And you can tell that's why you're all here. You have the passion for it, you have the desire for it, and you just want to learn as much as you can, and there's always more and more to learn. So that's what I've done a lot of my career, just grown by going to education, going to events, meeting people, getting close, meeting everybody. We now have previous owner, so Mike, he has retired now. So there's still 3 of us there that own it. And we are at about a 50-person laboratory now.
Wow.
And we've got
That's
4
pretty
satellite
amazing.
offices around the state of Iowa.
Wow.
And so, yeah, we've grown tremendously from where we were before.
Do you miss the old days of not managing so much?
Sometimes, yes, because I miss not always being able to have the time to be at the bench all the time. But at the same time, I have such a good group of people. I love my lab. I love all my employees. It's like family, and it's really, everything just kind of flows.
So do you have a nice mix of being on the bench and also managing so you can still get your hands in it and enjoy it?
Yep.
Good.
I wish I could be at the bench more, but
ditto.
someday.
Yeah.
Yep, when I went to Iowa then, we continued to grow. I met my husband. We've been married for 10 years now, and I've got 2 kids. Got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they keep me busy besides all of this fun stuff.
Well, 9,
Thank
you almost
you.
have a new employee.
Right?
I mean, really.
It's time for them to go,
I was going
right?
to say, she acts like she knows what she's doing when she comes
Yeah.
in there.
That's half the battle.
Exactly. So.
Mandy Arena,
Thank you.
Hi.
who's here this weekend with family,
My daughter.
Your daughter.
Is a
which is
brand new-
always amazing. One of our favorite things about the podcast is that whole generational thing,
Yep.
and we appreciate it that you do that. So, Mandy, tell us your story. How did you get into it?
I had no idea what this industry was. I was a bartender, and one of the cocktail waitresses came in and was telling me about a new job. And I was like, what? That sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. So I went. It's a really big lab in St. Louis. They have a whole bunch of people. And at that time, they gave you like a little IQ test or like a test. There was like, it was basic stuff. And they hired, and out of 50 people, they hired me and 2 other people. It was 3 of us.
50 people applied?
So it was
yes.
meant to be.
What
That's
lab
cool.
has 50 people applying for a
At the
lab?
Not
time,
anymore,
it was
Elvis.
very big.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the time,
That's like
it
a
was
dream.
So at that time, there was just a lot of people trying because they would train you, they would teach you, and that was advertised. Yeah.
So you started there, so you went to work. So where you started where and where are you now?
I started in ortho at a big lab in St. Louis.
You know,
called
we
Keller.
hear nobody is doing ortho. That's
I
amazing.
later found out how much I hate bending wire and that it's like my personal hell. So I...
Personal hell, I like that.
Yeah. I guess I need that too. Yeah. I stayed home for a few years with my son when he was born. I left the lab and I went back out when he started school and tried to go back into ortho, and then I hated it. And I went to another sort of big lab in St. Louis area, and I started in fixed prep, right? And then I moved into
Is that a
removable.
fancy word for model
What is
work?
fixed
Model,
prep?
it's
Yeah.
just model work,
Okay.
Yeah.
but not the
I
removable.
thought it was like block
Yeah.
out, seal, back in the days when we do hand wax.
Yeah, I went and got into removable then, and then I eventually learned how to set fully edentulous cases, and I worked clinically, and I've been in removable for like 18 years.
You were
And-
there for 18 years?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So, one thing you guys might not know is that Mandy is instrumental in talk about the bill and all of the legislation and everything
Okay.
that you've
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
doing to move
So-
everything forward. Elvis
Yeah.
and I like denturists,
Yes.
just so you guys know.
I am a part of the Illinois Dentures Association. I live in St. Louis, but it's just on the other side of the river. It's very close. Illinois and St. Louis are, I don't know if you guys know that, they're very close. But I get that question all the time. Don't you live in Missouri?
Elvis
yeah,
lives
but I'm
in
like
Chicago.
right there.
Yeah.
I'm like right by Illinois. So I'm part of a group of women, and we have a new member, Jim Collins.
Nice.
Colin.
Yeah, good old Jim.
He is helping us. He's great. We have a bill. We're working with legislation. The bill has a number. I'm not sure what that is, but we've had a little roadblock. We're working on getting over it and getting the bill voted on. So it's still in progress. We work very hard. We want denturism to be legal. We're starting in Illinois. You know what I mean? We could go. All states should have it. I believe in denturism. I want this to be legal.
And you're working damn hard at it. It's pretty amazing.
We are. We work really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a really good thing, denturism. And I don't think we talk about it in the lab space as much as I think we should. Is there anybody here that has a lab that's in a state that denturism is legal? Colorado. Do you feel that it benefits the lab at all or hurts it, or do you think it's kind of like a neutral part of it? And I know this won't be able to hear. If it just affects the industry. This is dragging out longer than I thought, sorry.
Yeah, that they know what they're doing and they're
And that's
Yes.
part of the
restoring
process,
correctly.
right? Is to get
Right.
denturism legal, but at the same time get
Yes.
it so it's proper. And
Yes, it's going to be regulated. You're going to still have to be you have to graduate from a program. You can't just be like, oh, it's legal. I'm going to set up shop. Where it's going to be regulated, like in every other state. It's regulated. And
sure.
So hopefully soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Yeah. But you're not at that lab for 18 years anymore, right?
No. I am
recently-
I'm in a whole new role, which I'm really excited about. I'm still at the bench, and now I am doing fixed, learning how to design crowns.
Wow.
I'm
Good
excited.
for you.
I think it's huge. 18 years of doing removable, and
Yeah.
now you're learning fixed.
Way to
That's-
pivot. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I imagine that you're better knowing removable, doing the fixed.
I'm not sure she
agrees.
agrees.
I would say that. I don't
My
know if I'd
bad.
say that. I am very new to this. I'm working really hard. I'm excited. I'm making mistakes, which I embrace them, make it part of your journey. I annoy my coworkers asking a million questions because I had a very basic understanding of anything that was fixed. And so, I don't know, I'm excited. I was about to get out of the industry. I
I saw that.
was going to get out.
What happened? Just like something fell from the sky?
No, well, it sort of happened like that. I had hired a professional to help me transition. He made a great resume. I'm reading it, and I'm like, I am awesome. I forgot. You know what I mean? And the very next day after I hired him, the director of a company that I used to work for called me and offered me this opportunity to come back to the lab, but to do in a different aspect. Like I wouldn't have to be removable. They have a team, and I can learn. And I was like, yes. When can I start? I'll do it.
Wow.
So I think this change is what I needed.
Yeah.
Really.
What were you gonna do?
I was gonna hope to just get something like sales, maybe. Okay, like I don't know. I was becoming that grumpy, old removable tech that no one wants to talk to.
I've known a couple of those.
You can't ask them a question. I didn't want that for myself, and I didn't see a way out of it.
I never would have described you as grumpy.
Never.
Just wait till you're working with me and
maybe
under
that's
a tremendous
different.
amount of pressure. You know, ask Reagan.
She's nodding her head. Oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so that's
good.
what's happening.
Congratulations.
Well, we're glad
That's
you're
great.
still in it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We
this
need
whole new
technicians.
avenue.
So when you come to meetings like this, it just jazzes you right
Yes,
up, right?
I
know
kind
it
of wish I
does.
would have seen this 6 months ago. I needed it then. I was like almost in crisis. You know, like what do I do? I'm about to change my whole life, but it worked out.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So Jessica, where's your lab at now? What are you specializing in?
We're in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and it is a full-service lab. So
when
crown and bridge, dentures, ortho.
Oh, you even do ortho.
Yep, we've got an ortho department.
That's a full service plus.
It is. Premium, yeah. But yeah, we have everything, full service.
And how many technicians?
We have about 50 technicians.
That's a big size lab.
Yeah, it is. So everybody kind of, has their department, specializes in their certain areas. And
Are you guys doing any digital dentures?
we are doing some. We kind of started off, I feel like, early on when we got on board with Carbon. And we got on board with them. And it didn't take off as fast as we thought it was going to. I think the skills to be able to design digital dentures is obviously much different than analog. And we have a hard time. Nobody wants to come to Iowa to work. So
Duh.
So we have a hard time finding technicians. I'm sure everybody does, but yeah, until we find somebody else.
What is your process of bringing in new technicians?
We were very fortunate for the longest time because Kirkwood was there, so
Sure.
it would attract students to start the program. And then the second year of the program is an internship, so we would take intern students every year. So we had the opportunity to hire a lot of those students.
Absolutely.
But Kirkwood is actually going to be closing this next year. They're finishing
Boo.
their first year students.
Yeah, it's such a bummer.
They
I
are,
hate
yep.
hearing that.
Yep,
It's
they're
so
not
disappointing.
graduating enough people for the cost of the program and stuff like that. So I don't know what we're going to do. We just got
So
to
basically, it's over the
feelers.
shoulder, right?
Yeah,
You find people, you bring them in, you put them with people, and just teach
Yep.
them over the shoulder, just like the good old days.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's how
that's
so
really
many
disappointing.
of our recent technicians have been.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
But you found 50 of them, or 49 of them.
along the way.
Yeah. Dragged them out of the farms or wherever they come from.
So your daughter's working with you? We talked to your
she
daughter
worked-
yesterday.
We worked together, but then I left removable. So now she's there. She wants to learn removable.
Oh my God,
she
that's so great.
Really wants to, and at first I was like, no.
But
Something
like
else.
coming from a mother who worked for her father, what is it like emotionally to have your daughter work with you and be able to
I
see her
think
every day and be
it's
able to train her
really-
and mentor her and
I
just
really enjoy it. I do. I enjoy it so much. Teaching her, I enjoy teaching technicians anyway. I like that. I wasn't always very good at it. I'm much better than I was when I first
because
started.
you want to do it for them? Like,
I used to want to just, and I couldn't understand why. I told you why. Why don't you do it that way? Like, I couldn't understand why people didn't understand that. But it was me. I was the problem. You know, like.
Sure.
I was like, now I'm much better at it. Not perfect, but I do enjoy showing her stuff, teaching her stuff. I like it when at first I tried to get every other technician, anyone but me. Anyone but me.
teacher.
Somebody would be like, Reagan needs work on this, and I'm like, go tell her. I'm not doing it. But now it's better. I can, show her stuff. She calls me when things don't work at that lab on weekends for 4 hours. It worked. I mean, I'm still helping her, get through it. I like it. Yeah. Now my son is talking about it.
Oh,
How old's your son?
He's 15.
Oh, that's great. Well, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
All of our children should be coming up.
We should all encourage our children to come into this industry.
I think you're right. I think I had it wrong in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was just me being afraid of something. I don't even know what, but yeah, I think you're right. So we'll see what happens with him.
Yeah.
So segue into Ladies of the Mill. Like, how did you guys find out about it? What brought you here?
I heard about it through Facebook stuff, through the group and stuff, probably about a year or so ago. But this is my first summit meeting. I did go to the speakers retreat in January that we just had, and I met the most amazing group of women I've ever met before. Strong women, just empowering, uplifting. The whole experience of doing the retreat just totally changed my perspective, at least, on just how to look at things and how to deal with people and how to be okay to put yourself out there and be okay that we're all different, but we all have our strengths and we're all doing this together. So I went to the speakers retreat, and actually even before I was there, but while I was there for sure, I was like, I'm not missing this meeting. So this is my first summit.
That speaker retreat, that's where just a small group kind of isolates themselves.
Yep.
And you just talk.
Exactly.
And you guys go in jacuzzis and talk about
the hot tub talk.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not talking about that.
Did you see a bear? Was there? Yeah.
There was a bear.
There was a bear?
It was right outside Emily's window, I think.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it was amazing though, and so yeah, this is my first summit then to attend.
And thoughts? Don't you just hate it?
This is my first time. I love it. I'm going to come back. This was really great.
Yeah.
This was amazing. This whole meeting was great. I loved the speed dating part of it. I love that.
Yeah, that
part.
was genius, guys. Just saying, really good.
That
I think it
speed
worked
dating
really well.
vendor thing was amazing.
Yep.
You know, I was just thinking about it this morning. When you're at a show and there's tables, you never get a chance to talk to the vendor. They're always talking to somebody else, and a lot of times they're just catching up. And you're like, I had a chance to ask questions at every table, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I learned things that I didn't know about. Yeah, it was.
I feel as far as continuing education, we all go to those courses and things that are more technical, and you're learning a specific way of doing something or a specific product, and I feel like a lot of times we forget about all of this that we need to keep us going too.
Yeah.
So having a completely, a meeting that is completely different in so many ways of what we hear everybody talk about and their journey here and how they've gotten here, all that kind of stuff, that is all I feel like just as important as a technician and to keep us, motivated and want to keep going.
Yesterday was powerful. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
It was,
It was intense yesterday.
It was.
Did you cry?
I did.
No comment.
I did, like
did.
a baby.
I still did
like
today.
a baby.
Just thinking about it, I'm like, wow, I'm leaving so charged and so emotional
Yeah.
and just so grateful and just met so many people. It's my life will never be the same, ladies. So thank you.
Well, one of the reasons we started the podcast was to talk about those stories behind the technician. What's going behind, what's up with them, rather than just the work that they do. And that's why this meeting, and to me, has always been better, because it is that story behind the technician. And I think it's important that we celebrate that. So, Barb's cussing up a storm over here. Is everybody
we have to
done
keep
eating?
on track.
Yeah, we ready to roll over to Jill?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think we're good,
Well,
Jill.
I appreciate everyone for sitting and listening to us
you.
do this podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Jessica, Mandy, good to meet you both.
It was weird doing this without a dog on my lap, but
Oh, yeah.
because that's usually
doubt.
at home with the dog on my lap. But we appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Jeez,
Yes.
I'm so
To this
excited.
day, I feel like
Okay,
I sound like
so-
a guy. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Am I
Yeah.
a heavy breather? Who's
Can
the
you
heavy
hear us?
breather? Yeah.
Myself.
Somebody's turned way up here. Hold
I
on.
am your father.
Is this better? Can we all still hear each other?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not all.
Yes. I am your father's brother's
that sound?
roommate's
Can you
cousin's
hear me?
Yes, baseball.
I
love
can't hear
it.
you guys.
You can't? Hold on.
Let me try this. How's this sound?
This is our first time. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hear you
Yep.
better than
Check.
on that one. Yeah.
Check one, check one. Check, baby, check, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Ladies of the Mill 2023. How excited are we?
I'm so excited. Like Jesse Spano excited.
And this is our first interview of the day.
That's
The
right.
best
We're
ever.
going to bring the energy.
I just know you as Rachel. Do you have a last name?
I don't
Oh.
believe in last names.
Yeah.
I'm like Beyonce, but
Madonna,
in the dental technology
Cher.
world. Rachel Luoma. It's
Luoma?
Finnish. Yeah, Luoma.
How do you not even know that?
I know
my
that. I just
friend?
didn't want to mess
good,
it up.
good,
My
good.
husband,
Okay.
that's hilarious. It's so brilliant.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I do. I'm using it forever and ever.
So, you're not a technician.
I am not.
You do have anything to do with dental?
God, yes.
Now
She's my master.
or forever. Master. I'm the master
What
of
is your-
Barb's domain.
What is your role in this industry?
Oh, someone tripped.
Son of a.
Biscuit eater.
No, it wasn't plugged in.
This
You're
is
good.
what
you're
happens
safe,
when
you're
you're
safe.
live.
You're good.
You
Don't
can see
sue
people
us.
tripping around
My
you.
role in dental?
We're the Joe Rogan podcast if you want to sue us.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sorry.
I totally forgot your question. We were just spitballing.
He
It's
wanted to
fantastic.
know what you do.
Yeah, what
She
do you
does
do? Why are you
everything,
even
just
here?
saying.
Why am I
No.
here? No, so I get to work with our associations, our industry associations. So, gosh, for 17 years, I started when I was 10.
17?
I know, right? The gray hairs, they are there. They're just hidden by dye. So I work with the National Association of Dental Laboratories, the National Board for Certification in Dental Laboratory Technology, and the Foundation for Dental Laboratory Technology. We have the longest name for
Exactly.
sure.
Okay,
For
so let's explain because a lot of listeners probably don't understand. We have 3 core organizations that kind of help run our industry, I
Yeah.
guess. But there's a company that is hired to help oversee all that.
Sure.
And that's who you are
That's
with.
who I work with, right. So just as your dental laboratories have staff and you've got people who handle different things, you've got people maybe who handle marketing or sales or, who work at the bench or handle administration, our associations need that as well.
Yep.
And so I have the privilege to be able to do that. So it's pretty exciting and get to work with dental laboratories and dental technicians all across the country, educational institutions, suppliers, and it works out well because my dad always dreamed that I'd have a career in dental, and now I kind of do.
Was your dad a dentist?
My dad was a dentist.
God.
know
Yeah,
that.
he was a dentist in the military for 20 years, and then he was a prison dentist for like
Oh
15
my
years. So
I have
that's
actually talked to a
crazy.
few of those. They have some good stories.
Oh, yeah. My dad went to prison every day, came home every day. And the stories he would tell me, the cases were very different in prison than they were in the military.
It's all extractions.
It is all extractions, for sure. Yeah, that's right. We're not trying to save anything in prison.
So
I mean, except for the people. Except for the people.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course, of course.
So you guys put on a cocktail party last night
Yeah,
at Ladies
it
of
was
the Mill.
so fun. Yeah, I was worried that we wouldn't get enough people, with people's travel schedules. And I know your flight was delayed, but I mean, I think we had like 75 to 100 people there.
Oh my
It
God,
was-
And
that's
it was on the
great.
10th floor.
It was on the 10th
And
floor.
I didn't see any advertising here at the bottom. So all these people knew about it via the
Oh,
social
yeah.
media.
Social media.
Yes.
Which
big
is
time.
says a lot.
I
Yep.
had a big poster to put at the front desk, and it stayed in my hotel room. And then I was like, "Oh crud! I was supposed to go at the front desk." So we all make mistakes, live and learn. That's
Yeah.
what this whole, meeting I feel like is about: learning and growing. And
This isn't your first year. You were here last year.
I was
weren't
here
you?
last year.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
So I came back for the dancing.
Yeah.
There's
of
going to be a
course.
lot of
Oh,
dancing.
there's going to be a
You
masquerade ball
missed,
tonight,
you
y'all.
missed the line dancing last year.
Last
that
year
last
there was
year?
line dancing. We learned like the boot scoot and boogie, and we like heel toed, and it was super fun. And I live in an area where there's a lot of country music, and I'm not the biggest fan of
Yeah.
country
But
music.
you do sing. Give
I
us a
do
little
You are in a
snapshot.
band,
She's
aren't
a
you?
I'm in a
badass.
band. I am now officially cool. I'm in
She was
a
cool before
90s
then.
and 2000s rock cover band. Our name is Sucker Dust.
Sucker
Sucker
dust. You
dust.
know I love
Sucker
that name.
Dust, like the word sucker and then the word dust combined.
Nice.
Sucker Dust is the shavings on a lottery ticket that doesn't win. It's the
Shut
Sucker
up.
Dust.
Is it really?
Yeah,
That's
it's the
hilarious.
Sucker Dust.
Who the heck
So-
came up with that?
Our
That's pretty-
drummer, yeah, he's like, we're Sucker Dust. So we're, I'd like to say we're national or even regional, but we're just a little local band in Tallahassee. We lose money with every gig. It's kind of
Yeah,
fun.
That's how it works.
That's right. Still paying the babysitters. So
Yeah.
we're like, yeah.
Oh, man. I got a question for you. So
Okay.
can you give our listeners a snapshot
into how you guys are doing on the digital CDT.
The digital workflow, yeah, it's one of the things I'm most excited about, and I'm also slightly nervous about because we really want to get it right.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's one of those things that we're just hearing and seeing a lot of interest and a lot of inquiries about, and so we want to do it justice. People love their technology, they love the digital workflow, and so we've been working on it probably for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's already out of date because it's digital.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So, right? The questions we wrote 2 years ago we're rewriting because we're like, now that's
Yeah.
changed.
In dental wings, how do you? No. I'm just
I know. So, yeah, we're looking at launching the written examinations in October of 2023. So, for
So
those
this
of you,
year?
This year,
Holy moly.
or last year if you're listening next year.
Yeah.
So, October of this year, 2023. It's been great. So we did pilot examinations in Chicago at Midwinter. We had almost 100 people sign up for the
Yeah.
pilot examinations.
Huge.
It was huge. We were taken
Wow.
aback with how many people did that and helped us pilot test the written examinations. And so we've worked with, we call them subject matter experts, but dental technicians all across the country with tremendous knowledge and skill in digital, and they've really helped us to develop and work on written examination questions. And so we should be able to launch in October. And we'll be posting references because it's a unique thing, right? There's not like a book, a single book.
Sure.
So hard.
There's we have, I think, 60 to 70 references that we've pulled from. And so we'll publish those so that people can study and prepare.
So
and
we all have to go out and buy 60 or 70.
No.
No,
Well,
you
it's
can get it
digital. They're all
online.
online.
Yeah.
well, okay, yeah.
I know. And they're all free.
Oh.
Free?
Nice.
Yeah.
But there's so much interest. I mean, I see it all over social
yeah.
media. I mean, you guys are, I should say us guys, everybody wants to take that exam. It's so great because you're pulling in all of these digital technicians that might not take a CDT exam, and they're all like ready to go.
If you're working in predominantly digital, you may not see yourself in the CDT program because you may think it's analog or it's antiquated. And so this might be a great pathway for somebody who focuses on digital. The other thing we're doing too, which I know Barb's been instrumental on, is how can we update the existing CDT examinations to really incorporate more opportunity for digital. So like the Crown and Bridge examination can now be taken all digital if somebody wants to.
I don't need to know how to hand wax.
You do not need to know how to hand wax, no.
Which is great.
So we have
Yeah,
people who
this is
are
great.
printing, and milling the work that they need to do for the Crown and Bridge examination. So it's been really successful from that respect. So we're really trying to.
You can do that now?
Right now.
Oh,
Yes.
Right now. Yeah.
So anybody out there that's in a lab that wants to get their CDT but worried because they don't know how to cast or they don't know how to hand wax or trim a die, you don't need to do that at all.
Nope.
That's awesome.
There is still metal work in the Crown and Bridge examination, but we've moved it. It's part of the preliminary work, so you could get that SLM, and and then you just have to show us that you know how to finish it. I mean, so
Like they've literally updated it. Like every single thing we do now in our laboratories is incorporated in the certification
For
exams
sure.
now.
Yeah.
All of those people that
So you
say,
can get your CDT by
it's-
designing,
Yep.
have an Argon do the
Yep.
SLM, and then all you got to do is finish it?
then you got to finish that, and then there's on-site work, but you're doing that yourself. So you're going to get the cases, you're going to design them, you can mill them, you could print them.
That's
And you
awesome.
got to fit them to a model because we want to make sure that
Well,
a CDT has the ability to do that
that
and
should
understands,
be-
function and
Yeah,
morphology
yeah.
and all of those things. But yes, the answer is yes.
And it's real world. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's how
Yeah.
we're actually fabricating crowns now. So,
So
I
how
mean,
do you
it just
handle
pulls everything
the
together.
proposal crown you get with 3D, with the software? You get a proposal. Can someone just run with that?
I mean, yeah, in theory, right? Like what we're trying to do is digital's a tool.
Sure.
And a CDT has to know how to work with their tools and manipulate their tools to have and be able to fabricate a case that they can then present to the doctor that can be seated. And so
That's it,
That's
yeah.
it. And so, we understand and respect that people will pull up things from their libraries, but they need to make sure that it fits back to the model, and they need to make sure that it's got
The margins
are
there,
correct,
and
and exactly.
finished,
So,
yeah.
I mean, I think some of the biggest pushback we're getting maybe from some analog technicians who say, it's not equal to digital,
Yeah.
but at the same time, what's the final restoration look like?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Does
And
it
so
fit, form, function?
it's
Is it aesthetic?
interesting. I
Yep.
think as an industry, we We have a lot of differing perspectives,
Sure.
and sometimes those perspectives are at odds with one another.
Big time.
And
Yep.
maybe sometimes we can be our own worst enemy.
No.
What? Say what?
But it's all about final product.
Yeah.
How does it fit?
Yeah.
How does it
Exactly.
function?
Absolutely.
That's all we're looking
Yeah.
to do. We don't care how you get
Yep.
there. Somewhat. I mean, as long as it's ethical. You
But
know.
still, you do have to get there accurately,
Sure.
and correctly,
Yeah, for sure.
and I
Yeah, I
mean,
think,
end
you know,
result is end result.
I think many working dental technicians typically feel more comfortable with the practical hands-on portion because that's what they do every day. Oh, we're getting feedback now.
Not us.
Not even from us.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice.
We're going to pause.
Sorry, guys. See, it's live. It's live.
Yep, live.
Happens
Isn't
when
that a
you're
song?
live.
But yeah, so they feel more comfortable with the practical portion, and then they struggle with the written side
Yeah,
of things. Because
yeah,
like,
yeah.
when was the last time y'all took a test? I mean,
It's been a
But
while.
don't they?
Decades.
My
there's a lot of
CDT
people
test, actually.
thinking that those questions are like stuff you'll never need.
So that's,
Like,
to me, the difference
who
between a
invented
certificate program and a
wax?
certification program, right? So, like, a certification program is going to test the knowledge on the entire breadth of a specialty area.
Yeah.
And so, yes, there are going to be things that you may not know or do in your laboratory, but it's a value proposition, a knowledge proposition to go out and learn those things. And maybe you won't use them in your day-to-day, but you will have that as reference, and that will make you a better, well-rounded technician.
Yeah.
And so that's really what it's all about. I guarantee you 100% that you will learn something through the process, no matter how long you've been in it. I mean, you've been in it for,
Yep.
I don't want to say how many years because you're a lady, but a number
6.
of years. 6,
Yeah.
exactly. And so it's a learning proposition. And so there's so many resources and references out there, but you have to be willing to put in the work.
Yeah, these things are not meant to be handed out. Yeah.
No, for sure.
And you know what? I tell that to my son all the time. I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of things I never would have learned had I not studied for that exam. And it's kind of like math. You know, you hate math, but you need it. These are all the things that make us a stronger technician.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I need to know if there's
Yeah.
3 of us, how many pieces of pizza we each get. Like, that's pretty critical.
Hopefully enough.
Right? I don't want to leave hungry. Nobody leaves hungry from this podcast.
So something that I noticed, and a few people have brought up, even on the podcast, is after they finish the test, how long it takes to get their results.
Yes.
Why?
Well, it
They're
depends.
freaking out.
Are you talking about the written examination or the practical
I don't
examination?
know. I can't say.
So
which
for
one
the
they-
written examination, it takes anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. We are looking at the 2-week side. Most of the time what we're doing is we're looking at data on the back end, and we're looking at that data to see if there are any questions that we may have problems with. And so if we need to, we can throw out a question, right? Like, let's say 100 percent are getting the question wrong. There may be issues with that question. So we're constantly looking at pulling and putting together data.
Yeah.
And so that has something to do with some of those delays. On the practical examination, it's all going to depend with the new remote practical. Like, right, you could take it at your own laboratory,
Yeah.
which is really
we talk
exciting.
about that a lot. On
And
the
that.
podcast.
I mean, y'all, I've seen more people taking this remotely this year than
Heck
ever
yeah.
before. It's incredible.
I don't know why you wouldn't. But
Yeah, I mean, right? Let's go to somebody else's lab and use their equipment.
that
and
was
sit
so
at
hard
a
for
foreign
me.
bench.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
nothing like adding to your stress. But that takes us just a little bit of time on the end because we have to grade all the work. So people are throughout the month can test, and then they're shipping it to us at NBC, and then we have a single grading session.
Yeah.
So that's where the delay comes in. It's a little bit of an administrative issue for us to be able to, we're flying in our examiners from all across the country, and we're putting things all together. And
So when they do the practical and they
Mm-hmm.
do the work, it gets shipped, and then you bring people to them to grade it?
Correct. So they ship all the
Oh,
work
well,
to
that
our
takes a
NBC
while.
headquarters, and then we bring in all of our different examiners to grade the work.
How many
there.
examiners are there?
Altogether, we have about 20 examiners throughout the country on the roster.
lot,
Now, they're
yeah.
not all flying in for each one, but
Yeah.
we've got 3 examiners that we're working with each time to grade. And so if there's an examination like at your laboratory, like let's say, Night is hosting,
Sure.
we'll send 3 examiners, but for the remote, we're sending them to NBC headquarters.
Can I get the name of all these examiners so I can
No,
start
you
paying
may
them off?
not.
No.
Yes, I think one's name is John.
Oh, okay. I know a John.
Mike.
Mike.
Mike, I know
Yep,
a Mike.
last names
I know
are
a
Smith and
Mike.
Johnson.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
okay.
John Stamos.
Yeah.
I know that's
Yeah.
who we were hoping for.
They're super passionate about it.
Oh, my
you know?
gosh,
I've
they're
met
incredible.
so many of them, and they are so passionate and just amazing.
I mean,
people.
all of our volunteers are amazing.
Yep.
I'm looking at 2 of them right
Yep.
now. Y'all don't know who I'm looking at, but it's Elvis
Yeah.
and
She's
Barb.
looking at me.
Barbara. Just amazing. And, yes, I'm not like a dental technician, but I feel like I'm part of the DLT.
You
field.
are.
You are.
So
You totally
that is
are.
the coolest thing I think about this
She's my
profession,
boss.
this industry. this community,
Yep.
is that we're so welcoming.
Have you ever associated management another industry, or has it always been dental?
I've only ever, we're whispering now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've
coming
only
back.
ever done dental. Now, I know people, like, there's an association for everything. Like,
Oh, sure.
the Association for Left-Handed Golfers. There's some nudist associations, y'all. Google it. I'm just
Oh.
saying they have conferences. And, funeral directors. Like, everybody needs camaraderie and education and advocacy and community. And so there's an association for everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we love you.
Rachel, thank
Oh my
you.
God, y'all,
Happy
this
to
has been a
know
dream
you.
of mine for the
Yeah.
last several years, so thank you for making it come true. I love you
Yes.
guys.
Enjoy
Appreciate
the
it.
Thank
mill.
you so much.
Have a
I'll
great
talk
day.
to you later. Bye.
Okay, we got like 3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes.
Or 2 probably.
We're
Okay,
speed dating.
2
This is
minutes.
crazy.
We have a
I've
really
never
quick
speed dated.
conversation. Jill Swafford, Christina Heslip.
You did it. That's because we took you to dinner last
Yeah,
night.
food will help.
Yes, yes.
So how's the meeting so far?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's good.
Good vibes?
It feels
Good vibes.
I see you have a lot more helpers this year. That's got to
we
be nice.
do. We do. It is
Yeah, we
nice.
finally realized we had to throw up our white flag and be like, hold up, wait
Yeah.
a minute. So,
Yeah.
so we're currently speed dating, which is a new experience.
Yeah, so this speed dating idea, where did this come from? A vendor recommended it?
No, I think this was my idea.
It
My
was-
idea,
I don't know
and then I
anymore,
said, "Listen,
but maybe.
let's do this. I don't know how it's going to work. Can you figure it out?" And she was like,
The
Yes.
idea and the doer.
I mean, it's been kind of great, but the vendors wanted to come this year without booths. And
So
Christina,
someone actually said, I don't want a booth.
more than
Yeah,
one person,
more than one
Really?
said that. They're
I
like, we
love
want to
it.
come and we just want to experience and be present in the meeting, and we don't want to do the booth. And we're like, are you crazy? Nobody's going to do that.
Yeah, it's hard.
But they jumped on board, and we just didn't feel right about them not having that opportunity
Yeah, to
to talk to people,
Sure.
So we were like, I don't know. I guess Christina probably did. I don't even remember anymore. It's been so long, but we're like, how do we logistically make it work? We'll figure it out. Let's wing
Yeah.
it.
That's the best way to do it.
Yep.
But it guarantees every vendor one-on-one time with every attendee
I
here.
think it works.
Yeah.
As long as people are able to move from vendor to vendor,
Yeah.
it works. Because the NADL, you went to Visions, didn't you?
I did, but I wasn't there the second
For the round
day.
table.
Right.
The round table is probably the best part. You missed
Yeah.
the best part, sorry. But that's the same
I
idea.
hope I make it next year.
It's such a good meeting.
Yeah,
It really
definitely.
is a good meeting. It's different.
Definitely. So
different
the
from
turnout's
industry.
real nice. Seems like it's very busy. Good vibe. A lot of new faces.
Did you see all the hands go up?
I was shocked.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
I almost
whoa.
cried.
That's
Like,
a
look
lot
at
of new
all the
people.
people.
It is. It is.
And
Like
First
everybody
time.
brought somebody new
Mhm.
with them.
It's kind of like bring a friend with you day or something. And everybody like did it.
Bring your friend to the mill. Yeah.
Nice.
It's been crazy, but yeah, and it's humbling just to see the growth, and it's exciting.
Already plans for next year? Yeah.
We already have plans for 2025.
Yeah. We were like, all right, we got to do 24, but 25, year 25 is our 5th year. And
Is that
it's
going to be
gonna
the
big.
cruise?
We're working on it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
we
say
talked about
cruise,
it.
We're not gonna say
but
We talked
Well,
about
I say
somewhere
pretty
exotic.
water.
Yeah, where
Yeah, we-
pretty water exists here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So not
lake
Chattanooga.
water.
Not lake water,
No.
not pool water. but-
Maybe not U.S. water. I don't know. We'll have to see.
The
Well,
Dead,
I guess
the Dead
maybe
Sea, is that
US.
where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to the Dead Sea.
It's okay. Definitely.
Nice, clear, salty water.
Yeah. So salty.
So our speed date topic is how many years have we been in the industry? And I've been in the industry now 20 this year total.
Yes, and I've been in the industry for 9
Yeah.
Wait a
years.
minute, you've been married longer than that.
Well, I've been married longer than that,
That
but I
means
didn't
you're
do
in the
teeth
industry.
before. Well, I guess so. I've been in the industry for 16 years, if you want.
Yeah,
Almost 18. 18 years.
yeah.
It
I
goes
guess
by
so.
fast.
Yeah.
What about you, Evis? How long have you been in the industry?
2008 to now, so someone else do the math because I'm
No
not smart.
kidding.
15.
15-ish.
Yeah, 15-ish.
Christina's
Got
currently
the
counting on
fingers.
her fingers, and that's
Oh,
more,
wait,
so we're gonna
toes,
have to get the toes.
15 years.
Yay.
Good math. Very good.
Oh.
I remember when I found this industry, had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
Answered a part-time ad
No way.
Really?
as a packer and went in there in the afternoons and just put weird things in bags with an
How
invoice. I had no idea what it
crazy.
was.
Everybody's got
And I got in
something.
trouble because I used to throw away the bite registrations. Because I was like, what is this? Is someone chewing gum and spitting it in the pan? And I threw it away. And at that one time where they needed it.
Of course, the bot was
yeah.
needed and
then I was like,
necessary.
oh, I'm not supposed to throw those away. Is that
Oh,
We just got
they're calling
time.
Tom. They're calling Tom. We have to move.
Well, you know what? I love this idea. I'm just going to have short talks with everybody.
All right.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have you ever heard of our podcast?
Yes.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
So go ahead and get that up to your mouth so we can hear you. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Get a little bit closer.
Closer.
Awesome. Barb's joined us here.
Hi, Barb.
So
Nice to
Did I
meet you.
miss any? I'm sorry.
you missed one. It's all
Okay.
good. So we're speed dating,
Yes.
and every 6 minutes people move, and we're part of that. So we're going to have a real quick 6-minute conversation with Angelika
Hi.
Roseberry.
Roseberry.
Yeah,
I love
Roseberry.
that name. That's a great
you.
name.
I love your pants.
Thank you.
She's got the pink memo, Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us your story. How did you get in the industry?
Actually, my mom told me that I learned dentistry in
You don't sound like
Romanian.
you're from Alabama.
No.
No. Yeah.
I am born in Romanian.
Oh, nice.
And I
Awesome.
did a 5-year degree in Romanian dental technician in high school. That's how it was that time. It's not anymore.
Was that an elective?
Yes.
Wow.
So in Romanian at that time, they had each high school had a profile. So you could go and you say, okay, I want to become a teacher. You go to theory. You want to be a mechanic. You go to a different high school.
And there's one just for dental technology?
It was medical.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
nursing and it was
Nice.
a dental. And my mom said, you go to medical. I was more.
And you listened to your mother, of course.
Yes, I was too
Thank
young,
You.
I
Yeah.
Absolutely, I know. I did
And
the same thing.
first, I was supposed to become a nurse, but then the dental class opened, and my mom said, that's better for you. And I'm very glad she did.
So did
because-
you take right to it?
Yeah.
Like fall in love
Yeah.
with it immediately?
Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's 40 years, so
And where are you at now?
Alabama.
In your own
Jacksonville.
lab.
Yes.
So what brought you over here? And
My husband.
Yeah.
After my high school and after I finished dental school in Romanian, I moved to Germany. My mom was
okay.
part German. That's why probably the accent.
Yep,
Oh, I love
yep.
it.
And I lived in Germany for 12 years, and that's where I met my husband.
I imagine
And-
you did dental technology in Germany. I mean, that's the mecca of dental technology.
But I need to tell you a story about
Oh,
that
yeah?
because that's kind of scary. One way in Romanian was not as advanced as Germany. So when I got to Germany, I had to be kind of like helped to get into a job because I was underqualified.
Oh,
And after
interesting.
12 years
Yeah.
Well,
Germany,
Germany's pretty intense. I
Yeah.
think, from everything, yeah.
and after 12 years in Germany, working, coming to the States, everybody was scared of me. I was overqualified.
Oh my God, you can't win for losing. Can you?
And eventually I had to work to get my field, and then I got on my own.
So how did you find Ladies of the Milk?
Actually, I wanted to be here last year, but I didn't make it. I heard
Same.
it.
Yeah.
I think Tay was talking
Oh,
about it.
good.
And this February, I met them in LMT in
Yep.
Chicago. We had a
Were
good
you a part of that
dancing.
awesome picture and all
No,
the pink
actually, I was
and
not.
everything?
But
Okay.
we met at Ivokla dance
Yeah.
party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We were
and
there.
We connected.
Yeah.
I was one of those up front dancing.
Oh, you were.
Oh, I saw that video. Oh.
And then I was like, I'm with you guys. I'm going to be there. And so that's how I'm here.
Tell us about your lab now. Are you just fixed? Are you removable? Or
Actually,
are you
I
by
can
yourself?
do anything. Me and my son.
Oh.
So we are
Nice.
just small.
Good.
He does all the starting, model, this digital scanning
Yeah.
and pickup delivery and anything that I need really fast.
Oh, good.
And I do the rest. My focus is I like to do smile design because I saw the effect it has on people.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
When you change their smile, they change everything.
That emotional.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
agree. I do the same.
And
A lot of that work down in Alabama. Just saying.
He's always more funny, Lon.
yeah.
Just saying.
and I enjoyed that, so that's why I'm focused more on fixed. But
Yeah.
I normally can do anything.
Well, good.
The only thing that I don't know is orthodontics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Not
probably
a lot of people do
most
anymore.
technicians, they say, I know everything, but,
Yeah.
but that.
But that, yeah. But I enjoy, and anything that it has to full restoration, that's my focus.
Are you teaching your son, though?
Yeah, a
is
little
he,
bit.
Does he want to do that, or?
Not quite sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't know himself.
Yeah.
He finished business degree.
It's a good degree to have. Yeah.
With COVID, he got knocked out,
Yeah.
and I told him, okay, you have to earn something, so come on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you have your own location, or is it out of your house?
I'm
or?
actually working from home.
Oh, good.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
A lot of people
so
really
many
like
of us
it.
Are. Yeah.
God kind of pushed me in that direction because I was 6 months, I think, I opened my lab, and my husband had an accident, and he needed me to take care of him. He is handicapped right now. He lost a leg, and
Oh,
so
wow.
he cannot work. So I was there for the 7-8 years with all the surgeries, reconstruction,
Yeah.
and then I started. It's nice to be home.
Yeah. I think one of the things from Ladies of the Mill that I heard everybody say, especially Dora, is that, be present and don't spend your life working. You've got to focus on your family and all the things that are important. So.
But each location, I think, has their pluses and minuses. I'm home. I'm easily distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laundry is waiting.
Oh, I
dishes,
know.
Or the pet.
Multitask.
But otherwise, COVID didn't affect me. Actually, improved us.
Really?
Yeah.
Dentistry didn't stop for you, or?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Alabama, one of those states that never shut down.
Well, it did.
Yeah.
But because I was in a home,
Oh, you
I
were
could
able
do
to
a
still
lot of
work.
stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I learned a lot in that period.
And your clients probably relied on you
Yeah.
even more heavily
Yeah.
than they would have normally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to shut my doors. I was in my
Exactly.
home.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
How many doctors do you work for? A lot?
I
or
have
just
4 offices.
and that's enough to keep you busy?
Very.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us.
Yeah.
Enjoy Ladies of the Mill.
Nice
You're going to the
meeting you.
masquerade
Of course.
ball tonight.
Of course.
Yeah.
Did you have a mask and a dress and all
I have
kinds
the
of-
dress and I forgot the mask, but that's okay.
I know somebody that's got 4.
Okay.
Come find me.
Who brought-
Amy. Amy said she's got 4, so
Yeah.
please come grab
Even
me.
Jill said, no problem, we have enough.
Oh, that's great.
But the funny thing is, yesterday when I left home, I was by the door and I was like, there is something, I forget something. I ordered from Amazon masks,
So did
and
I.
they come in 4-pack, and I left them home.
You know what's going to be funny is I think we're all going to have the same mask because we all ordered on Amazon.
Black and with a feather. That's all.
All
I
the
got.
women are going to have one
Yep.
that. All the guys are going to have the exact same other mask. We all ordered the exact same
Yeah.
Amazon.
Thank God for Amazon. Just saying.
Yeah. But it's fun. It's just about the fun, I think.
So the
Doesn't
speed
matter.
dating question
Yes.
right now is how far have you traveled? Did you drive here?
Oh, Alabama is just 2 hours.
Oh, that's
from
good.
Oh,
home.
that's sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense. It's right. It's the next state down, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So you must be in the Huntsville area?
A
or-
little bit more south,
Okay.
Jacksonville.
Okay, yep.
I'm closer to I-20, if you're familiar with I-20.
No, but
between
that's all right.
Birmingham and Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I rolled
Awesome.
in at 11 p.m. because my flight got canceled and then changed and then changed. So probably didn't come too far, but it
Yeah.
was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I heard that happens more and more.
It is happening more and
It's
more.
not air mileage. It's
horrible.
emotional mileage
Yeah.
that you traveled.
Well, I got my fair share today, so I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good for a year. Just saying.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Great to
You're
meet
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
And
And
we'll
we'll
And
see
I
you at the
enjoy
party.
your
Yeah.
podcast. I
Thank
listen
you.
to you.
Awesome.
As I'm
Thank you as
working.
well.
Yes.
Thank you
Good
so
luck with your
much.
lab.
Oh, you're from Renford. I love Renford. So just put these on like you're laying in a plane. What is it, Joetta?
It's Joetta, yes.
Joetta Dixon.
Just so you know, he's going to screw it up.
Okay.
Actually, he's really good.
Okay, speed dating, ladies of the mill, Joetta Dixon from
Hi.
Renford. How are you?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
So how long have you been with Renford?
I have been with Renford since February.
Oh, you're a
Oh,
newbie.
wow,
I'm
you're
a
new,
newbie.
huh?
I'm a
Oh, I
newbie.
love newbies. Are you new to our industry?
I'm not at all.
Okay, so where do you
Oh,
come
give it
from?
up.
I came from VITA, North America.
Oh, so you know all about how crazy and great we are.
We're just great. A little bit crazy.
Yes, I've been fortunate to be with great companies.
Yeah. So what brought you over to Renford?
Are you seriously going to put me on the spot?
Oh, okay, not. Okay.
All right, so how are you enjoying Ladies of the Mill? Give it up.
All that will be edited.
Is Renford a
Yes.
sponsor? Are you guys sponsoring
No,
Ladies
I'm
of the
actually
Mill?
coming for the first time to this event as an attendee. So
That
I
is
get
so-
to
same
enjoy
here.
everyone and mingle and meet all these beautiful people.
And
tell
no
you what.
responsibilities.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, a little bit of responsibility. You have to behave tonight at the masquerade party.
Well, I'll have a mask on, so
Nobody will know.
nobody's going to know.
So what do you do for Renford?
I am a key account manager.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Awesome.
So they just announced a new product I saw online. What was it? Something, a steamer?
A power steamer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He knows everything.
Okay,
No.
yeah, I'm like looking at him trying to read his mind. Which
No,
product
yeah.
is he speaking
But
of?
this is like, this is a product that you don't think something new could be. I mean, it's a steamer. They've been
Oh,
No,
around
I
forever.
wanna know
if you
all
see the
about it.
steamer, you wouldn't say this is just a steamer.
So what's so great about it?
What's so great about it is you're not going to be buying a new one in 6 months.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay. All of our equipment comes with a 3-year warranty. So this is built to last.
Nice.
Yes. And it's sexy. So
Is
you
it?
should take a look at it.
A
Yes.
sexy,
It's sexy.
sexy steamer.
It is.
I believe that, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm a ceramist, so I steam my ass off all day, every day.
All right. Well, you
so
need a
I'm gonna
sexy
check
steamer.
it out, honestly.
Yes.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well be sexy about it.
That's right.
Let's be honest.
So are you enjoying your trip so far?
I'm enjoying my trip.
Pretty intense, pretty emotional, pretty
It is. I wasn't
bonding.
expecting that actually, but
Same.
it's nice to see people be vulnerable and
Yeah.
out of their element
I
and
know.
hear about where they came from, because you just see people where they're at
Yeah.
and assume they're just fabulous and they've always been fabulous. But a lot of people, had to be
They've been
dusted
through
off a
lot
little
of
bit.
stuff.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that perspective, sincerely. So I was sitting there going, "Jeez, it's very
it was a
emotional.
lot.
It's been
It was
a
a lot.
really, really
Yes,
great
it's
day.
gotten a little deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gotten very deep, and it's been spectacular. Just saying. But
But
now
there-
we're speed dating, and the question
I actually
is,
thought we were really going to be speed dating. I was reading that going, where are they going to find men for, and how many single women are planning on being here where they thought we needed a date, So,
Nobody
I
wants
don't
to date a dental technician.
no.
Elvis, you brought up the last question. So they're doing the speed dating, and they've got these great questions up there. And the question right now is over or under. So it's toilet paper. So are you an over or under kind of girl?
It's definitely over.
Heck yeah, it is.
Yes.
High five.
I don't think there's an option.
I don't know why there is
I
an
actually
option.
prefer it if it's nicely folded, like in a hotel where they fold
Oh,
the
yeah.
corners.
And they
I
put
like
a
to
little
know I'm the
bow on
first
it.
one that touched it, So I
Yeah.
do like that too.
Yes.
But it's definitely got to come from the top.
I think this
God,
might be
yes.
our first toilet paper conversation on the podcast.
I bet it is, but it's the questions. I mean, why not? I love that. They're speed dating. So for all of you that are listening to us, they've got all these great tables and all these manufacturers, but they also have a question. So you got to sit down, you got to talk about
The
the
icebreaker,
question,
yeah.
kind of an
Yeah.
icebreaker, and then the manufacturer goes into whatever they're selling or what they're talking about. So it's a really cool concept. I don't think it's ever been done before.
I've never seen it. Is
I've
Renfort
never
gonna,
talked about toilet paper. while I was-
Is Renfort going to be a sponsor next year, you think?
I think we might be able to convince them.
Yeah.
I bet you will.
Be a great idea.
It's taken
Yeah.
off. Like
Yep.
every time I go on my Facebook page, I see Ladies of the Mill, Ladies of the Mill, the speakers, and just all
Yeah.
the energy. It's been a really great day.
I'm looking forward to tonight, though.
The masquerade.
I want to know
yeah.
about your mask. You have a mask, right?
Somebody actually brought me a mask, so
You're-
we'll be surprised together. I haven't seen.
I have never been to a masquerade ball
I have not
my
either.
whole life. So,
So this will be interesting.
Hopefully
I'm
it's not
looking
like
forward
a
to it.
rubber horse mask or something, I mean,
what does that mean?
I don't know. You think of a mask, someone could bring you a Batman mask.
Oh.
I mean,
No, not Batman.
Catwoman.
But
I
now
don't
that
know.
he said that, there will be a
Now you're
Batman
going to be like,
mask
"Shit,
tonight.
man.
That's
I got
right.
to see if that's actually a thing.
Somebody will.
Dun, dun, dun.
Somebody will. Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Are you a
Absolutely.
swimmer? What do you do?
I'm,
Talk to me about
I'm
your
not a
arms.
swimmer. I'm a, I guess I'm into weights and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm a triathlete, and so I've
Okay.
been swimming, and the more I swim, the more I can see my arms changing. So
Fun
she looks
fact, I
amazing,
can't
just
swim.
saying.
Oh.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
I
no,
hate
you'd
it.
have to save me.
I'm scared to death, but I tell you what, you look really good, and thank you for coming over and hanging out with us for a minute.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
have
you
a good
so much.
one.
Yep. Bye. Yes.
That was
Yes.
one of my favorites.
That's hilarious. It's amazing the people you know online.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I met a lady last night, and I talked to her for this whole time, and I had no idea who she was. And then this morning, I'm just scrolling, and then there she pops up. Like, I know exactly who she is.
There you go.
I kind of felt bad. Like, I want to go up to her, but I won't.
What? What are you saying?
Stalking people on Facebook.
Okay, how do you spell your last name?
Joers.
And
Jors?
Jors.
Jors?
Becca Williams.
Oh, we got another one.
two.
Becca Williams.
Are you guys work together?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's even better.
All right, speed dating, ladies
we
of the mill, blah, blah,
go.
blah. We have very limited time.
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
We are joined by Amy Jors
Yes.
and
Beth
Becca Williams.
Becca Williams.
Hi.
And you guys are from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
It's Wisconsin.
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 What's the lab name?
Falls Dental Lab.
Falls?
Falls with an S.
Oh, for a second I thought she said balls. Sorry.
Well,
Well,
Sorry, that's what I heard.
we eat a lot of pistachios and nuts in our office, so I always walk up to the boss. I'm like, I got your nuts, man.
Oh,
A woman after my own heart. You
so
see?
you're
and her husband.
you're a
is
normal
my-
lab.
or
Yeah,
her-
my boss
Is
is
my
her
husband.
husband, so it's
Oh,
even
that's
better when I
great.
get to.
Oh,
I'm the
what a
wife.
dynamic.
And she's the work wife.
Oh, that's cool.
And you work in the lab too?
I do. I do the office stuff.
So you work with your husband's work wife.
I do.
Yes.
How
And you
the
guys get
hell
along
does that
We
work?
do.
Yes.
We get along famously.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell us about the lab.
We are a Crown and Bridge
Okay.
implant. We are working our way into removable.
Nice.
Uh,
How do you
hopefully-
work your way into removable?
Well, stepping.
Yeah.
Our
It's
doctors,
hard 'cause
our
there's no
doctors want us
technicians.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our
Good for you
doctors
guys.
are
That's
waiting
great.
patiently for
Yeah.
us to get there. But it's
So.
it's stepping stones.
Smart.
Yeah.
So
Are you going into removables digitally? Or you,
both.
oh, you're going to do
Nice.
Where the heck are you going to find analog removable technicians in
Well,
Wisconsin?
my husband is a jack of all trades.
Oh, there
So
you
he
go.
knows.
And Amy is also.
Nice. Nice.
So he's been in the field for a long time.
Yeah.
I think 30 years for him.
Yeah.
wow.
25-ish for me.
Just
That's
25?
Nice, you guys.
Yeah.
Amazing. You must have started when you were 4.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
I know how this game works.
Oh, look at his face. He's all smiles.
So, how did you get into the industry, Amy?
My grandpa and my uncle were dentists. My uncle still is.
Yeah.
Dentist.
Yes.
Oh, God help you.
Um,
saying.
and my grandpa had a lab tech in his office.
Oh, nice.
So I kind of grew up knowing what it was. I originally, when I was really young, wanted to be a dentist. And then
Good call.
Yeah,
Good
I
call.
realized it just was not for me.
Dodge that bullet.
So I did. So then I was going to go to hygiene school at MATC. And there was a 6-year waiting list. So I was like, what am I going to do for 6 years? I'll go into the lab school.
Oh, that's
Nice.
So I was the first, so you know Nicole? who
Yeah,
runs
Nicole
it?
Yes.
Jackson. Yep.
Absolutely.
I was the first class to enter the new building. So that was back in like 96 or 97. And then I graduated. I got a job. And 6 years later, the hygiene program said, you have your opening. And I said, sorry, I love what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're already
So
out and about
that's-
and happy.
yeah.
You guys could clean what I make.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then yourself, how did you meet your husband? And was he
Well,
already a technician?
I met him at actually my county fair. He was the band. So my aunt was good friends with the bandmates, and I was bored one evening and went. My boyfriend at the time was working, so I just went to go listen to music. And then a few years down the road, we saw each other again, and we started dating. And
And he
then
was a lab tech already?
he was already a lab tech. He started with family, and then eventually 10 years ago, he said, we're buying a lab. I'm like, great.
So he bought his parents' lab?
No.
Oh.
A friend of his was looking to get rid of the lab, and we took it over.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Nice
10 years
opportunity.
ago.
That was 10 years ago.
And how much have you grown in those 10 years?
We had one employee, and now we have 7.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yeah.
And 2 drivers
7.
now. We
Yeah.
started out with, well, the first employee was the original driver.
Yeah, sure.
And now we have 2 part-time drivers. and we're looking to move again.
Good for you
'Cause
guys. So you're growing.
We're
We
growing.
need
We're
more
out of
space.
And you're
space.
getting into removable, so
Yeah.
you know that's going to take off.
Oh, it takes
Yeah.
up a ton of
Everybody needs
room.
removable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So we were actually eight months pregnant, and he said, "I'm quitting my job, and we're buying the lab."
and you
Sounds
said, "All right."
financially sound.
Yes.
It's like a good decision.
And
What
you
could
said,
go
I'll
wrong?
run it, honey.
Yeah. I'm
Go.
like, all right, let's go. And I knew nothing about dental at all.
At all.
At all. So
And it was a
it's-
very fast trip. I'm sure you know everything now,
I'm
correct?
working on it.
Yeah,
She's getting
yeah.
there. She's getting better and better every.
Yeah.
So our daughter was 2 months when it officially became ours. So
Wow.
we have 3 kids now,
Wow. Awesome.
and they all grew up there.
Yep.
Still growing up there.
Same
Are
here.
they going to be technicians?
The oldest.
Probably.
The oldest, I think.
Yeah, that's great.
She's got an eye. So.
So how did you guys hear about Ladies of the Mill? Like, what brought you here?
Facebook, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
I think it was
Is this your
Facebook.
first meeting?
This is our second.
So
We
you were
came
here
last year
Mm-hmm.
to Nashville, and that was awesome. We wanted to go to the first one, but just work and
Yeah.
stuff just didn't
Yeah.
match up.
Sure.
So we're here,
Yeah.
and we
love
brought
Yeah, you
our
brought
other 2.
other people.
it. Yeah.
Is this your first time here? We're bringing you in. They're
Oh,
saying
yeah.
yes.
We're
Yeah.
bringing them in,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a great day so
It
far.
has been. It's
has.
been so much fun.
Been having
And you're
fun.
going to the masquerade ball tonight,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
assuming so.
Yes.
You got a mask
Yep.
and a dress
Yep.
and a
Yep.
cocktail.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't wait for
We're
the
going to dance
cocktail.
our asses off. I
I
know,
can't
trust
wait.
me.
I'm so excited. This was fun.
This was
Yeah.
fun. It's not as
It's not,
not as
intimidating
scary
when you
as I
sit
thought it was
down.
going to be.
It never is.
All right,
It
so
never
hold
is.
on. What's your most embarrassing date?
Oh Lord.
That's the question of the hour.
Oh, what?
My worst date. I'm trying to think.
Oh, God.
I went out with a lady that worked
Was
for a
a man?
company.
Sorry.
No, that worked for a company that produced the feed for pigs to become bacon.
Oh.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
It was interesting,
I wouldn't like that at
and
all.
all I could think about was
Bacon.
bacon.
Yeah. I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
Bacon.
It's like,
Well,
yeah.
good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so
for
much.
having
Sit down
us.
with us.
Fun.
It's
I've been
speed.
listening to you
Tonight,
guys.
we'll
I'm
see you
like, I don't
tomorrow.
know if I could go on, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
I'm glad you did too.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank
you.
Enjoy.
A huge thanks to everyone from the Ladies in the Mill Summit, and a really big shout out and appreciation to Jessica and Mandy for getting up on stage. It takes a lot of balls with us for the first time. We know it took a lot of courage and we appreciate it. But also, big thanks to Rachel, who does a lot for the industry for someone who's technically not in the industry, but she is a very good friend of mine and I love her to death. But a lot wouldn't have happened in our industry if she wasn't involved, and she's just an A-lister. So this was my first year at the event, and I will be back next year, and I'm really sorry that I was on vacation the last 2 years because it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, seriously.
I know. They did make a pretty big announcement for 2025, as that will be the Ladies of the Mill Summit's 5th year anniversary. So you want to make sure you keep up on all of the announcements in their Facebook group. The Masquerade Ball was a ton of fun with a lot of really great masks and a great band. We danced asses off.
It was hot as hell in there, too.
Yes, it was. But we danced and danced and danced. But while this is not your typical dental lab event, it is one of the best because it's not your typical lab event. Come back next week as we play the rest of the speed recordings we got at Ladies of the Mill 2023.
Yeah, we got a lot more to bring you. There's 17 more people next week.
17 more. That's so great.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That's all we got for you. And we will talk hullabaloo next week.
Yes, and I know everybody's off today because it's actually Labor Day. So have a great day off, all y'all.
Jelly roll. Doohickey. Spadoinkle. All right, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Rachel with her moist. Okay.
I'm moist.